Hey everyone, welcome back. I hope you had a fabulous weekend and it's Monday and I'm Amanda. This week, all the vloggers are going to be discussing different topics, so you'll have to stay tuned to see who discusses what. This week, I am going to be discussing tips for dealing with anxiety. This comes after we did a week on mental health and mental health awareness, and one of our viewers asked for tips with anxiety because in the video I mentioned I do deal with anxiety in my past, and currently I still deal with some anxiety. So I thought it would be a great time to discuss some of the tips that I have, and you can take it and see if it might help you with your anxiety or whatnot. Here is a list of 10 things that I find that has helped me with my anxiety. I have noticed that eliminating caffeine, alcohol, and unnatural processed junky food from my diet has helped. For some people, caffeine can almost mirror effects of anxiety. Like it can race your heart. I also noticed that alcohol does it for me too. I also, along those lines, eating a healthy diet. I am vegan. I don't, obviously, like, I'm vegan for ethical reasons. I didn't do it for health reasons, but the benefits of going vegan has definitely helped my anxiety. And just eating healthy, like eating whole grains and fruits and vegetables and great stuff, and avoiding unprocessed food is a really awesome thing to do. Number two, I would say get proper nutrients from food, and also like if you need to take a vitamin and minerals. There's some research in with some people, if certain vitamins or minerals are low in your body, it can also be they can also mirror some anxiety things. So if you're dealing with anxiety, I would definitely suggest like going to the doctor, getting tested for certain things that may have a lot of the symptomology of anxiety, just to like rule it out and make sure. But I know some people who are low with certain nutrients do have a lot of symptoms of anxiety. So definitely like check that out. But yeah, like getting proper nutrients, making sure you're getting your B vitamins, your D vitamins, all those good things in your diet. Number three is exercise, exercise, exercise. I go to the gym at least 4 or 5 days a week, so I have a pretty good intense like workout. I sweat it out and all that stuff. But I also incorporate yoga and other forms of even just like taking a walk. I try and do something active every single day, even on the days I'm not at the gym. I try and do a little yoga or something like that, just to kind of, it like releases all the stress and the toxins and the bad junk in your body. Number four is therapy and having a spiritual relationship. So I noticed when I first started having anxiety, I really got into Buddhism for some reason. Now, I identify as like an atheist, but I do think that I consider myself a pretty spiritual person. Like I think we're all connected in this earth, like, and all that stuff. But yeah, just kind of like having this connection and like spirituality, and like I read a lot of books, and that kind of really helped me with my anxiety. And obviously going to therapy, like talking about my anxiety and like what's bothering me. Five, socializing and spending time with your loved ones, or connecting with other people who are struggling with anxiety. There's these things called like meetup groups or whatever. I personally have never gone for anxiety because I felt that my support system was phenomenal for me helping with my anxiety. Like my family and my friends have always been super supportive. So I've never really felt like I had to go to like a meetup to talk about my anxiety with other people who suffer from anxiety, but I know that that's a good option for a lot of people. Six is write or journal about your life, your day, your experiences, and write about your anxiety. Like I feel like maybe just because like I love to write, I just think that like writing is another form of therapy, like releasing all those thoughts and those emotions and all those things, and like writing it and getting it out on paper. Um, Also like positive writing, like so if you write about like some negative things you're feeling about, you can like reinforce it with like, oh, even though I had a bad day with my anxiety today, I'm thankful for like my health, or that I went out to dinner with my friend, or that I picked up this great book or something along those lines, just like having that positive reinforcement. I think about like a year and a half ago, I actually learned like deep breathing techniques that they actually work. And like when I kind of had some anxiety this past summer, I would deep breathe and I was like, oh my God, it naturally like lowers your blood pressure. It naturally lowers your like your pulse and things like that, and it definitely helped, and it helps with like not relying on medication or anti-anxieties. So yeah, definitely learn to deep breathe. Like it's so like once you kind of get it down, you're just like it's your tool, it's in your toolbox. Number 9 is keep busy. I noticed that some of the times when my anxiety is the worst is when I'm the least busiest. That sounds funny, but it definitely keeps your mind off anxiety. It gives you something to do. It gives you life purpose. It gives you things to do. It gives you a reason to get up in the morning. And obviously, like if you are like severely have anxiety and like you can't even leave your house, that's a total different situation. But I noticed that for me, sometimes when I'm having the most anxiety is when I'm like the least busiest, and it's a good thing to for me to keep it. Number 10, this was the hardest one for me to learn. Give yourself a break. You are going to have amazing days and you're going to have really bad days with anxiety. For instance, I've been doing pretty well with my anxiety for the past 3 years or so, but it kind of shot back up this past summer because of like life transition and a couple other things that were going on in my life. Um, and I still have anxiety like here and there, like they'll pop up with certain situations. Like for instance, last week I was in my grad class and it was like towards the end of the class and I was like starting to feel anxiety come on like the last 20 minutes of class, and I actually had to leave the class 10 minutes early. And I was like, I came out of the class and I felt so much better. I went outside, I took a deep breath, and I just like left, and it was fine. Like it wasn't like I was rude like leaving the class or anything. But I know sometimes in the past I've beaten myself up when I've had anxiety, and that is the worst thing that you can do. Like I know you feel defeated when you are going through anxiety and you're like, "Oh, I've come so far and now I'm back here again." I definitely felt like that this past summer. Give yourself a break. Don't beat yourself up. Take it day by day. You know, you're going to have really awesome days and you're going to have really bad, not so great days with anxiety. That's part of life too. Like, that's anything else. Like, sometimes you have good days at work or school or with your family and friends, and other days you're just like, oh, I just want this day to end. And I just think that that's kind of an important life lesson, is to give yourself a break. I think that sometimes our most strictest and hardest critics in life are ourselves. And yeah, just take a deep breath and say, tomorrow's a new different day, and just have a different, more positive mindset. And it's okay, you're gonna have those days. We're all human, we're all fragile, and we're all gonna have bad days. So yeah, definitely giving yourself a break with if you have anxiety. That's another important thing. So yeah, so these are just some of the things that I tend to do, or I tend to practice for anxiety. And some of these things may work for you, some of them may not work for you. I hope this video helped you if you are dealing with anxiety. I wish you the best, and I know I've been there, I've been where you are, and I know it's a struggle and it's hard and it can feel overwhelming at times, and you don't even know where to start. But yeah, like if you need any resources or if you have any tips for anxiety, put them in the comments below. I'd love to hear them. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will see you all back here next Monday. Bye.